SST-Corpus Christi parents and guardians of the class of 2027, welcome to this explainer. You know, senior year is going to move incredibly fast. College applications can literally begin before your student even sets foot back on campus in August. So today, we're going to take any of that college application anxiety you might be feeling, and we're going to transform it into an empowering step-by-step action plan. Because the goal here isn't just to get your student an acceptance letter. The real goal is finding a college where they can be admitted, truly thrive, and, most importantly, where your family can comfortably afford the cost.
Right off the bat, we need to establish that our absolute top priority is total affordability. It's so easy to get caught up staring at those massive tuition numbers that we completely ignore the small ones. But honestly, even a seemingly small $100 scholarship is a big deal. A single $100 award can cover an application fee, pay for a required textbook, take care of a testing fee, or just cover gas money for a campus visit. We want to secure absolutely every advantage possible from day one, and that means valuing every single scholarship opportunity, big or small. I know this whole process can feel a bit overwhelming, so we've broken it down into 6 actionable steps. We'll cover the real goal of affordability, finding your class rank, assured versus holistic admission, maximizing your stats, using the admission finder tool, and finally, a concrete parent action plan.
All right, let's jump right into step 1, the real goal of affordability.
Now, this is a crucial distinction that trips up a lot of families. There is a massive difference between getting into a university and actually securing a spot in your student's desired major. Parents, please hear me on this. University admission does not automatically guarantee major admission. Competitive programs, think engineering, nursing, computer science, or business, often require a completely separate extra review process even after you get that initial celebratory acceptance letter. And getting admitted? Well, that really isn't the finish line. Being admitted doesn't automatically mean you can afford the housing, the meal plan, or the transportation costs. It doesn't mean you've secured your financial aid through the FAFSA or TASFA applications, or that your student has cleared their TSI readiness exams for college-level courses. The true finish line is affordability. We simply have to prioritize total affordability when we sit down to build those college lists. Let's move on to step 2, which is gathering our essential intel. Finding your class rank. So I really encourage you to check Skyward today to find this critical information. After you log in, just click the grading tile and then navigate over to the rank tab. This page is going to show you your student's weighted rank, their exact class size, and the date that rank was actually run. Keep a close eye on that date because rank naturally changes after semester grades, AP results, or any updated transcripts. Now, figuring out what that rank number actually means is super simple once you calculate the rank percentile. And remember, a lower percentile is what we're aiming for. You just take the rank number, divide it by the class size, and multiply by 100. So, for example, if your student is rank 7 out of a class of 61, that gives them an 11.47% rank. Doing this quick math helps you instantly see if your student is hovering near those all-important top 10% or top 25% cutoffs. Which brings us perfectly into step 3, assured versus holistic admission. Knowing the rules of the game in Texas is a real game changer. Your rank directly triggers automatic assured admission at a bunch of priority schools. Assured admission simply means if you meet the published criteria, you are in, period. For example, TAMUCC guarantees admission for the top 50%. TMK is looking for the top 25% or specific GPA and test score combinations. UTSA offers it for the top 25% too. Texas A&M and UTRGV use the top 10% rule, and UT Austin is at that highly competitive top 5%. If your student hits these marks, you've literally just cleared a massive hurdle. But hey, what if your student doesn't quite meet those assured thresholds? Don't panic. If you aren't in that top percentile, universities like TAMUCC and TAMUC use something called holistic review. This just means they'll look at the whole picture. They evaluate your student's GPA, the rigor of their courses, SAT or ACT scores, their essays, extracurriculars, leadership roles, and community service. The door is absolutely not closed. It just requires a slightly different, more well-rounded approach. All right, let's look at step 4, maximizing your current stats. Listen, junior year isn't over yet. Students can absolutely still help themselves right now. Earning an A in current AP and advanced classes can still bump up that GPA. Taking the time to prepare seriously and score a 3 or higher on AP exams matters. And honestly, perhaps the biggest thing, planning an SAT or ACT retest this summer or early fall.
that can snowball into massive advantages. Even at test-optional schools, submitting a strong test score can heavily influence those big scholarships, major placements, and TSI exemptions. Moving to step 5, we have a really exciting resource to share, using the Admission Finder.
We actually built a specific tool just for you called the Assured Admission Finder. You can access it by navigating to the Resources menu on our SST Military Pathways Hub. It's a fantastic central hub for all things college and career planning, not just military pathways, so you'll definitely want to bookmark it. Once you pull it up, it's incredibly intuitive to use. You simply plug in the exact stats you just gathered from Skyward. Just enter the student's rank percentile, the rank number, class size, weighted and unweighted GPA, and any SAT or ACT scores you have. The tool takes all of that and instantly checks it against 2025 Texas Public University admission data. And the results are so easy to read. They pop up as these simple color-coded cards. A green card means your student likely meets an assured or guaranteed admission pathway. Orange cards mean you're close, or maybe just missing some required info. And those blue cards? They signal that your student would likely go through the holistic review process at that specific campus. It's just a brilliant way to instantly visualize all of your options. Now, one quick reality check. This tool is a planning guide. It is incredibly helpful for building your college list, but it does not give you an official admission decision. You must always anchor your final plans by confirming these results directly with the official university admission pages. So why are we doing all this matching so early? It comes right back to our main goal, affordability and scholarships. We highly recommend applying early to realistic local options like TAM-UCC and TAM-UC. Just look at the potential value of these institutional scholarships. TAM-UCC has Presidential, Achieve, and Islander scholarships that can literally be worth up to $16,000 over 4 years based on your GPA, rank, and test scores. But their priority deadline is October 1st. TAM-UC also offers massive presidential and academic excellence merit scholarships for early applicants. Applying early is how you unlock these funds before they run out. Finally, let's wrap up with Step 6, the Parent Action Plan. Here are your direct marching orders and a fast-approaching timeline. Right now, your job is to log into Skyward, record those stats, and use the Finder tool to sort your schools into Assured, Holistic, and Reach categories. During May and June, make sure your student finishes junior year strong. Over the summer of 2026, get those SAT or ACT retests done. By July and August 2026, those college applications start opening, and you want to be ready to submit early apps to schools like TAM-UCC to beat that October 1st priority scholarship deadline. You see, senior year doesn't magically start in August. It literally starts right now with the groundwork you lay today. Knowing exactly where you stand takes all the anxiety out of the process and replaces it with a solid strategy. So, since the clock is officially ticking, I have to ask, what single step will you take tonight to ensure your student's college dream becomes an affordable reality? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and let's get to work.